Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into one of the most alarming and thought-provoking topics of our time, the most dangerous weapons ever created, the kind of technology capable of destroying the world as we know it. These are the tools of absolute power, built not just for defense, but for deterrence, dominance, and sometimes destruction. As humanity continues to advance, so does its ability to wage war on an unimaginable scale. From nuclear arms to biological agents and autonomous killer machines, the potential for devastation has never been higher. Let's explore the deadliest weapons that could end civilization in minutes. When we talk about world-ending weapons, the first that comes to mind is the nuclear bomb. Since the first atomic explosion in 1945, these weapons have defined global power. A single modern nuclear warhead has the explosive power to destroy an entire city in seconds. The two bombs dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki were devastating, yet today's thermonuclear weapons are thousands of times more powerful. Nations like the United States, Russia, and China hold arsenals capable of wiping out human life multiple times over. The concept of mutually assured destruction, or MAD, was meant to prevent war by ensuring that any nuclear conflict would destroy everyone involved. But this fragile balance still hangs by a thread. A single mistake, a miscommunication, or a cyber attack could unleash chaos beyond imagination. Another terrifying development is the rise of intercontinental ballistic missiles, or ICBMs. These rockets can travel across the globe in under half an hour, delivering nuclear payloads to any target with pinpoint accuracy. Russia's Sarmat missile, for instance, is said to be capable of carrying multiple nuclear warheads, each one targeting a different city. The United States counters with the Minuteman Roman III, a long-standing symbol of nuclear deterrence. And now, countries are testing hypersonic missiles, weapons that can travel at speeds above Mach 5 and change direction mid-flight, making them nearly impossible to intercept. The combination of speed, stealth, and destructive power makes them one of the deadliest threats of the 21st century. Chemical and biological weapons represent another form of destruction, silent, invisible, and horrifyingly effective. These are weapons that don't rely on explosions, but on disease, toxins, and chemicals to kill or incapacitate. Throughout history, such weapons have caused immense suffering. Mustard gas during World War I, anthrax attacks, and even experiments with plague and smallpox have shown how fragile humanity can be in the face of microscopic killers. Modern biotechnology raises new fears. What if someone engineered a virus with no cure, one designed specifically to spread rapidly among humans? The idea of a supervirus is no longer science fiction. It's a real concern for governments and scientists around the world. The smallest vial in the wrong hands could spark a catastrophe beyond control. Moving from biological threats to technological ones, we now face the dawn of autonomous weapons, drones, and AI-powered systems that can identify and eliminate targets without human input. Imagine machines making life and death decisions in milliseconds. These killer robots, as some call them, are being developed for battlefield use, capable of swarming, tracking, and attacking independently. Once unleashed, controlling or recalling them might be impossible. The ethical questions surrounding AI weapons are immense. What happens if they malfunction, misidentify targets, or get hacked? The possibility of wars fought by machines with no human oversight is no longer distant. It's approaching fast. Cyber warfare is another invisible weapon that could destroy the world without firing a single bullet. In today's hyper-connected world, every country's infrastructure, from power grids to hospitals to financial systems, depends on digital networks. A large-scale cyber attack could cripple entire nations, plunging cities into darkness, collapsing economies, and spreading panic. Imagine the chaos if global banking systems were wiped out overnight or if nuclear command systems were hacked. Cyber weapons are silent, but their impact can be catastrophic. Governments invest billions to both defend against and develop these tools of control, making cyberspace the new battlefield of the 21st century. Then there's the realm of space-based weapons tools designed to dominate the final frontier. Many nations have already developed anti-satellite weapons capable of destroying orbiting satellites, blinding communications and navigation systems in an instant. Some theories even suggest that advanced nations are experimenting with rods from God, tungsten rods launched from orbit that strike with the force of a nuclear explosion, but without radiation. Such weapons could obliterate targets anywhere on Earth in moments, changing warfare forever. The militarization of space could trigger a new arms race above our heads, one that threatens not just military targets, but the very satellites our modern world depends on. We also cannot ignore the immense power of directed energy weapons, lasers, and microwave systems capable of burning through aircraft, missiles, or even human flesh. These weapons are no longer the stuff of movies. Militaries around the world are already testing laser systems that can destroy drones midair or disable vehicles with a focused beam of light. The technology is advancing rapidly, and soon such weapons could become common tools of warfare. The thought of invisible beams capable of destroying cities or disabling electronics globally adds another terrifying dimension to modern conflict. Another category of potentially world-ending technology is environmental warfare. These are weapons that manipulate natural forces like weather, earthquakes, or tsunamis. While much of this technology remains theoretical, it's not beyond the realm of possibility. The HARP project, for instance, has fueled speculation about whether humans could influence the ionosphere and cause weather-based effects. Imagine a weapon that could trigger massive storms, droughts, or floods, devastating entire regions without a single missile. As climate change accelerates, weaponizing nature could become a dark temptation for those seeking global dominance. Beyond physical and technological weapons, psychological and informational warfare has emerged as a subtle yet destructive tool. The spread of disinformation, propaganda, and psychological manipulation can destabilize societies from within. Social media campaigns, fake news, and algorithm-driven influence operations can turn populations against each other, creating division, chaos, and distrust. It's a weapon that doesn't destroy cities, but civilizations, slowly eroding truth, unity, and stability until nations collapse under their own confusion. Perhaps one of the most unsettling realities is that these weapons are not confined to militaries alone. As technology becomes cheaper and more accessible, the risk of terrorist groups, rogue states, or even individuals gaining access to powerful tools of destruction increases dramatically. 3D printing, artificial intelligence, and open source data mean that blueprints for dangerous devices are easier to find than ever. The line between state and non-state actors is blurring, making global security harder to maintain. And what about the future? Scientists warn that emerging fields like nanotechnology, synthetic biology, and quantum computing could produce weapons far more powerful than anything seen before. Imagine microscopic machines capable of dismantling infrastructure atom by atom, or artificial intelligence systems deciding global strategy faster than any human could react. The next great war might not even be fought by humans at all. It's chilling to think that humanity's greatest achievements in science and engineering have also created its greatest threats. Every breakthrough in technology brings the potential for both creation and destruction. Nuclear energy can power cities or annihilate them. Biotechnology can heal or kill. Artificial intelligence can improve lives or end them. The dual nature of progress is something humanity has always struggled with, but never on a scale like this. What keeps the world from total collapse today is a fragile network of treaties, diplomacy, and mutual fear. Agreements like the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty, the Chemical Weapons Convention, and the Biological Weapons Convention were meant to prevent disaster. Yet, violations, secret programs, and emerging technologies constantly threaten to undermine these efforts. The world's stability depends on trust, and trust is easily broken. The frightening truth is that our survival may now rely on restraint more than anything else. We have built machines that can destroy continents, viruses that can erase humanity, and networks that can collapse civilization. The question is not whether we can destroy the world, it's whether we will. As history has shown, every weapon ever made eventually gets used. The only uncertainty is when and by whom. Despite all this darkness, there is still hope. Awareness, diplomacy, and global cooperation can reduce these risks. Science that once built bombs can now develop defense systems and peacekeeping tools. Humanity's future depends on wisdom, not power. The greatest weapon we have may not be a bomb or a missile, but the ability to choose restraint. The true challenge is learning how to wield power responsibly, to understand that with every new invention comes new responsibility. So as we look into the future, we must ask ourselves, are we creating a safer world or a more dangerous one? Every nation, every scientist, and every leader must think carefully about the legacy we are leaving behind. The race to develop the most powerful weapon may one day end not with victory, but extinction. The fate of humanity lies in our hands, and the choices we make today will decide whether the world thrives or burns. Thank you for watching, everyone. If you found this video thought-provoking, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more deep explorations into the forces shaping our world. Stay informed, stay aware, and remember, knowledge is the only defense against destruction. Until next time, take care and keep questioning the world around you.